There is a myth in twin flame dynamics. The myth says the narcissist is the dangerous one, the manipulator, the gaslighter, the puppet master. But what no one talks about is what happens when the empath gets tired. Not sad, not reactive, not dramatic. Tired. Because when an empath reaches emotional exhaustion, something ancient wakes up. And according to Carl Jung, this is not collapse. It is shadow integration. And once that process begins, the dynamic changes forever. Empaths in intense spiritual relationships often believe they love deeper. They understand more. They can heal anyone. But Jung warned us, what we reject in ourselves, we project onto others. The empath often projects their unclaimed power onto the narcissist. They call chaos chemistry. They call wounding destiny. They call trauma divine. But beneath the spiritual language is a nervous system caught in trauma bonding. If I love harder, they will awaken. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Burnout is not dramatic. It is quiet. The empath stops arguing, stops explaining, stops chasing. And this is when the narcissist begins to panic. Because narcissistic control depends on reaction. When the empath withdraws emotionally, not as punishment but as protection, the supply disappears. Jung believed every psyche contains a shadow. For empaths, the shadow often holds anger, boundaries, cold clarity, self-prioritization. Traits they were taught were unloving. But exhaustion forces integration. Compassion without boundaries is self-betrayal. And once that truth lands, the old dynamic cannot survive. The narcissist operates from patterns. Idealize, devalue, discard, repeat. But the shadow-integrated empath no longer responds to the script. They do not rage, they do not beg, they simply withdraw access. And indifference is more destabilizing than conflict. This transformation is not revenge, it is individuation. The process Jung described as becoming whole. The empath stops confusing intensity with intimacy, stops chasing potential over reality, stops abandoning themselves to keep someone else comfortable, and when they detach, it is permanent. Sometimes what we call a twin flame is not destiny. It is the psyche demanding evolution. The relationship exists to collapse projection, to expose wounds, to force growth. The exhausted empath is dangerous because they no longer fear being alone, and a person who does not fear solitude cannot be controlled. When the empath stops absorbing, stops rescuing, stops explaining, the dynamic changes permanently. Not because they became cruel, but because they became clear. Shadow integration is not revenge, it is freedom.